You love crocheting and you really love bags, but instead of following someone else's pattern, part of you wishes you could design your own. In today's video, I am showing you 3 simple design approaches that will help you start building your very own bag collection from scratch. Hello everyone and welcome to Amparo Wonderland. As I mentioned, today we are diving into all things bags and specifically how you can start designing your very own one step at a time. These 3 options have a simple approach, perfect for any level of crocheters. That means you too, beginners. Think of these as the foundations of every crochet bag designer should know. So, if you are ready to make any type of bag like totes, clutches, drawstrings, and more, then let's stop talking and let's get yarning. Option 1. For option 1, we are going to be working in rounds. So when you work in rounds, the types of bags that you can create are book bags, you can make drawstring bags, you can make bucket bags, and so much more. When you are beginning in rounds, you want to first start with the base of your bag. Just like this bag here. It's a little big right now. It's supposed to be a book bag. It's a bag that I started a long time ago and I have yet to finish. I'm sure there are several of you out there that have many what is called work in progresses or short or whip. But we have the base of our book bag here, and the way it starts is that you create your base, right? You do whatever shape you want, whether it be oval like this, square, circle, whatever shape it is that you want. After you create your base in a round, you're going to continue working in rounds, but instead of creating the flat, we're going to work our bag upward. And what you do is that you are going to start creating single crochets all the way around, and that is what works up your book bag or your bag or whatever bag you decide to make in rounds. And you connect it on one edge. Over here you usually can see it. There are ways to avoid that to have a seamless seam of the connection of the rounds going around. But after you create your rounds of a book bag, you're going to want to have a lid if you want a lid for your bag, a zipper if you want a zipper for your bag, and of course the strap for your bag. You can create those however you want, and you can use whatever stitch you find as well. There are some that are a lot more sturdy than others. There are also types of yarn that are sturdier than others. This is cotton yarn and it's very sturdy and it doesn't stretch as much. But me, personally, I like to use acrylic yarn, but you can use any type of yarn that you want. Here are 2 other bags that are currently in the making. They are what I like to call wristlets, and it's just a small purse, but instead of making it like a full big purse with a large strap, it just uses a small strap like this, and you connect it here, and then you just carry it in your wrist. But this is another example where it is worked in rounds, and what I did was that I did the base here, and it's just a simple oval shape / square shape that is rounded, and then I just worked upward to the height that I wanted for the bag. Another thing that you can add to your bags after working in the rounds is that you can add your strap, and then you can add some designs, some decals like a sunflower. And last but not least, you can also add a zipper to your bag, and of course, as you can see, we have a lining fabric. All of this is just extra stuff. You don't need to add the lining or the zipper or the extra decor, as long as you have, depending on what you're trying to make, whether it be a strap or just a clutch bag, it is completely fine to just leave it as is. So it is very easy. If you are just starting to create your own designs, I do recommend working in the rounds so that way you can have an idea of how a bag is made. Option 2. For option 2, it is creating your bag in panels. When you are creating a bag in panels, the types of bags that you can make are drawstrings, crossbody bags, purses, book bags, and so much more. When you are working in panels, there are different numbers of panels that you can use to make the bag. You can do 1 panel, you can do 2 panels, you can do 3 panels, you could do 4, 5, 6 panels. You do as many panels as you want. I do recommend to start off by creating the 6 panels if you are working in panels, so that way you have an idea of how a bag is made when you are working in panels. So I have 2 examples for my panels. So what I did was a book bag for 1 panel that used up 5 panels, which was the bottom panel, the sides, the front, and the back, which was connected with the lid. My other bag here, I used 4 panels, and the way that I did that was that I did the front, the back panel with the lid, and also the side panel, which was just connecting the front and back put together. It was just one long strip of piece that just connected, as I said, the front and back panels. When you are working in panels, if you do decide to work in panels, I recommend that you work it in 6 panels at least if you are just starting, so that way you can have an idea of how a bag is actually made. Because if you do not create it with the correct size, for example, my crossbody bag, my lid was a little too long. Luckily, when I added the zipper, it did come out good. But because the length of it was longer, it made the lid of the bag, or the flap, whatever you want to call it, it made it a little longer than the rest of the bag, and that's kind of a no-no in my opinion. I didn't like it. Some people like it, I don't like it. But anyway, that's why I'm saying that it is better that when you are first starting and creating your own bag and you're working in panels, you want to make sure that you create with 6 panels. And the 6 panels would be the bottom, the 2 sides, we have the front, the back, and then lastly the lid. Of course, just like every other bag, you're going to want to add some bag straps, and you can also add the liner if you prefer. You don't have to, but depending on what stitch you make, you might want to, and also what you're going to be using the bag for, because if you have holes in your stitches and they have little things being put into the bag, those little things can easily fall out the little stitches that you have created for your bag. The cool thing about panels is that you can literally use any shape to create this bag. So, for example, you can make a bag like this. Da-da-da-da. This is a small portion. This is just a small little bag that I made. I was just testing it out to see how it worked. And so what I did was that I created the shape of the heart first for the front and the back. And then I just created 1 long panel that went along the side with the same number of stitches depending on how far I wanted that side to be. Obviously, you can make a bigger bag just like this, and then I added my straps to it along with a little flappy thing, I don't know what you call it, just to kind of seal it with the button, just like this. And then you just button it close like that. See, it's very simple, very easy. Like I said, it was just 3 panels. So it was the front and the back panel, and then 1 long strip that goes all the way around that you connect together with the front and the back. Very easy, very simple. Like I said, you can do any shape. If you want to do a star, you can do a star. If you want to do a circle, you can do a circle. If you want to do a semicircle, you can do a semicircle. So you get it. You can do any shape you want with panels, and you just kind of just play with it. And last but not least, I did say that if you want to do 1 panel, you can literally just do 1 panel, fold it in half, and sew up the sides and then create a strap. Very simple, very easy. If you want to do 2 panels, you do the front and the back. You put them together, you sew up the sides, so you do sew up 3 sides, and then create a strap if you want, or you can make it into a drawstring and do little straps and do another strap around the top to make it tighten like a drawstring. Very plain and simple, very, very easy. So yes, that is option 2, which is creating in panels. And last but not least, we've got option 3. So for option 3, it is literally just making a bag with 1 square. Yes, you heard that right. 1 square. I kind of brought this up when I said that you can make a bag with 1 panel. Let me flip these around though, because I'm pretty sure option 1, 2, and 3 are like that. So for option 3, we work in a square, like this example. Boop, here it is. This is made by using a granny square. Yes, you heard that right. This was literally made by using a granny square, specifically the sunburst granny square. So as you can see, I made it look like a sunflower, and then I just extended my granny square as big as I wanted, depending on the size that I wanted for my bag. So multiple rows around, or rounds around, because it is made in rounds. And then at the end, once you make your square, what you do is that you literally just sew 3 corners together, and you make it with different types of edges. You can do it with the seamless connection of sewing the edges together so that way you don't see this, or you can make it how I did, which is you can actually see the connection of the color yarn that you use, just to add in more texture and just to give it more character. You can do a zigzag stitch if you want to connect your edges together, and then at the end you add a button, and then the other flap that you do not sew on together, you use it as a flap to close your bag up. And then of course at the end you want to make sure that you add your strap so that way you can use it as a bag. And literally you can use this option 3 to make other types of bags, just like little wallets. You can make little wallets for gift cards. You can use it to make clutches, like little smaller bags and purses. The options are just so grand that you really will never run out of ideas of what you can make or what you want to make for your bag. And because there are 3 options that you can go for, it will definitely open up doors for your knowledge to continue to grow on how to create your bags. And there you have it. Now you have 3 simple ways to start designing your very own crochet bag. If this video was helpful at all, go ahead and give it a like. And I know this video was a small glimpse on how to create different types of bags. So if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comment section down below. And also, if you are loving free patterns, then you want to check out my link in the description box down below, where I do have multiple free patterns that you can use to practice your skills. If you love this video and you want to learn a new stitch to create your next bag, then you're going to want to go over to this video right here. You don't want to miss out. As always, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!